Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. We are back live tonight for rounds 5 and 6 of GTTCC. That's not the fly you're meant to be looking at. You're meant to be looking at that fly just there. While we're on that page actually, let me see if I can just do that again. Put that link in the top of the chat group. So get yourselves over to, you've just seen the We Are Driven intro. The We Are Driven team are still pushing Archie's journey. So make sure you get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and donate on there if you can. Get yourselves onto Facebook as well. Jump on the Archie's Journey page, click that like button, get yourselves onto We Are Driven page as well and help push this out. And get yourselves over to the Bradley Lowry Foundation too and go click the like button on there. That's what the We Are Driven team are still pushing, but tonight we're back 5 and 6 of GTTCC live from Tokyo Outer, is it Outer East I think, and Alsace Village. Oh, it's Alsace Village 2, so it's a reverse track. Okay, awkward first turn on that one. Right, let me just finish off typing this. No, I don't want that. / oh, is it Archie's Journey or is it campaign, isn't it? How are we all doing tonight then, people? Justgiving.com. Oh, why hasn't that worked? Oh my god. Hold on, people. This is not doing what I want it to do. Goddamn technology. / spell it properly, otherwise it won't work. / campaign / is it capital Archie's Journey. I don't know why I keep pressing spacebar. It's going to ruin it. Habit, I suppose. Right, let's see if you work. Boom. Tell me if that link works, people. Ghost Rider, how you doing, brother? Yeah, sorry I was a bit quiet. I was trying to figure out that getting that link in there. Yeah, tell me if that link works. I'm not sure if it does. Justgiving.com / campaign / Archie's Journey. Should do. But yes, GTTCC. So 2 races, half an hour. First race is at Alsace and qualifying. So 15 minutes qualifying at Alsace. Half an hour race as well. Moving my mouse to try and get things to move on the PlayStation screen is not going to work. Mr. Smoker, sort yourself out. Right, tyre wear times are 4. Fuel depletion is off. Damage on light as well, so it will repair itself. Let's just have a quick look at scores as of the end of round 4 last week. All good, nice. So, sitting up front is P1 Dylan, driving for Team Infinity Decals. 63 points on the board. We've got Mental Nev in second. Also P1 driver. 55 points on the board. Third place, another P1 driver. Infinity Decals again. 54 points. White Shark Jim, a joint third really, with P1 Don, also on 54 points. 1 point behind in fifth is Fabuki on 53 points, driving for Team Samsung. Fat Pickles in 6th, driving for Quick Fit. He's got 44 points, 42 points for TRG Obi-Wan, driving for Digital Car Culture. P1 Mocking Weeks in 8th, driving for Red Bull, 40 points. Also on 40 points is NRT Bobby, driving for Monster. I've got V-Show 10, driving for PlayStation, 36 points. JPH 99, driving for Monster, 27 points. Another driver on 27 points is Potter McPot, driving for the We Are Driven team again, 27 points. Rick 33 GTR driving for PlayStation on 26 points, and Valtteri driving for Digital Car Culture, 15 points on the board. That's where we're at scores wise up until last week. Still plenty of merch available, people. If you fancy some stickers, give me a shout. £3 a pair. Shirts are £22 a pair. £22 a pair? You don't get a pair of shirts. A free sticker and free UK postage as well on those. Right, let's get ourselves into this lobby and out on track. Let's try and find someone just leaving the pits. Here we go. We'll go on board. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's go on board with JPH. You get a better look at that turn one. So this is start finish straight. Like I'm peeling down here. Up this little hill, round the little kink left to the sharp right hand turn, hard on the brake. It's going to be an awkward turn on lap one, race one, into the left hander up the hill. Trying to carry as much speed as possible up the hill. Let's get rid of that off the screen for you. Hugging that left hand side as they come over the brow. Chucking it into this right hander, heading down towards this hairpin. Nice little turn that one on the way through this way round. It can be tricky on the other way. So into the hairpin, you're bound to see one or two people go for a manoeuvre down here, and then a big long straight down towards this long sweeping left hander. Great big banked curve in fifth gear at the minute. Is he going to drop it into fourth? Yes, he does. Just backs off so as not to run too wide. Back on the power halfway through. Down towards this next section, then through the left. Heading down towards the next right hand kink. Carry plenty of speed through here. And then down towards this 90-degree left hander. Again, just got to be a bit careful. You can see the undulation. Oh, almost running wide there for JPH. You can see the undulation on the track. Can make some of these turns a little bit tricky. Again, just has to back off on the way through this one. Make sure the car's planted, not to run it out too wide. And hard on the brakes again, then dropping down the hill into this next hairpin. And back up the hill on the way out. Through the little right hand kink, then back down towards the final turn of the track. See, it just bobbles all the way down here. You may see one or two moves going into this final turn as well, catching all that curb on the way through there. Maybe a little bit too much there for JPH, but he does come across the line. He sticks himself a 2:03.4 on, sticks a 10th on the grid at the minute. So that is a lap on board with JPH at Alsace Village. I'll start running through the order then. P1 Mocking Weeks, 2:01.1 pole position. Mental Nev not far behind him, 2:01.186. White Shark Jim in third. No hot lap on the board from him yet. P1 Dylan again, no hot lap. Fabuki has put a 2:01.7 in, so he's in sixth. The other drivers have put hot laps in, but their times are not showing up. So V-Show 7th again, left the lobby and come back, so no time to show. Swines 2:01.9 for TRG Obi-Wan. Got a new pole sitter. Bobby in 8th position. Again, no lap to show you lot. JPH 2:03.4 we've just been on board with. Potter and Potts, no hot lap to show you lot. Rick 33 a 2:05.3. Fat Pickles, he's got a 2:07 on the clock, but it's not counted, so he must have picked up a penalty for that one. Valtteri 13th at the minute, again 2:03 on the clock, but not counted. Team DCC livery's looking good this week. Shell Shock 14th, no hot lap for him. White Shark's left to come back, but that now sticks P1 Don on pole position. He's put in a 2:01.052, 10th of a second quicker than Mocking Weeks. And we have got, last week, race one, we had P1 drivers finish first, second, third and fourth. And currently we've got P1 drivers on the grid in first, second, third and fourth. Oh, I should have said that 5 seconds earlier, because White Shark Jim's just come in and slotted himself into second position. Putting the sharks amongst the pigeons then for White Shark. Mental Nev driving for Team Quick Fit, but he has got a great big We Are Driven logo on the top of his car. Good to see. See the We Are Driven logo just here, look. That will be in the top corner for the entirety. Good luck all. Come on, Obi from Ghost Rider. How's his Jedi powers this week? Ghost Rider. know they don't favour him so well in the GR3s. .5 then from Dylan. Mockin also going quicker as well at 2:09.46. Don 2:01.0. TRG Obi-Wan sitting in fourth at 2:01.1 for TRG Obi-Wan. Great big DCC logo smashed down the side of his car. That's good to see. Get yourselves over to Digital Car Culture and show the love over there as well. Also get yourselves over to Infinity Decals and order some stuff. Alright. So White Shark pushed down to fourth. Obi-Wan getting up to third. Again, I think we've got drivers ducking in and out of this qualifying session, which does screw up me trying to read out the positions and the times, because if they leave and come back, they end up with no laps, and I can't tell you how fast they're going. Not everybody. There you go. Look, Dylan, he's left and come back, so no hot lap for him. Fabuki's done the same, Mental Nev's done the same, JPH has done the same. We came to the agreement that was weighing him down then, was it? It's them kyber crystals, mate. They're too heavy. So the P1 boys pushing on. Dylan's still on pole. Mocking Week still second. Don's now got himself up into third. 2:01.0. Obi-Wan pushed down to fourth. White Shark fifth. Maybe a little bit of glitching from White Shark. Oh no, he's just leaving the room. There you go. Chucks himself back in the pits then. That's what I'm talking about. So P1 Mental Nev sitting in fifth. Can he better that time and get himself back up with the other P1 drivers? Go for a full-on grid lockout here. Fabuki currently sitting sixth. Lobby host driving for Team Samsung. So it's a one-make race, as you can probably tell. Everyone driving the Subaru for race one. He should be flying this week. Well, he's got himself fourth on the clock at the minute. There you go, Digital Car Culture, great big logo on the rear end there. Couple on the front, even bigger one down the side, which we're not going to be able to see unfortunately because it doesn't give me that option. Ooh, a little bit wide there for Obi-Wan. See how the tyres last here at Alsace. Hard circuit on tyres really, this one. So top three at the minute for the P1 boys. Almost quali over. TRG Obi-Wan has got himself fourth. White Shark in fifth. Mental Nev in sixth. Fabuki seventh. V-Show in eighth. Fat Pickles ninth. Shell Shock in 10th. JPH 13th. 12th. What? Why did that happen? Why did I go from 10th to 13th? 12th even. JPH 11th. Valtteri in 12th. NRT Bobby parked up for 13th. Potomac Pot 14th. Also rocking the We Are Driven logo all over his car. Smoshed all around the rear quarter. And Rick 33 currently sitting at the back of the pack. 2:04.2 for Rick. Potomac Pot just leaving the lobby though. So qualifying pretty much over. They do get to finish the lap they're on. Don just putting in another fastest lap, a 2:04.41. cementing that pole position. Can anyone beat it? Oh, not Fat Pickles. Again, so people do get to finish these laps off. White Shark getting himself... Oh, no, I think we've had a driver... Yes, it's P1 Dylan who's left the lobby and come back. Where is he? He's not even in the room. Here he is. Need to get yourself out on track, Dylan. Gonna lose that pole position. And hand it to your teammate, or not teammate, but sim racing mate, P1 Mocking Weeks. Moment of truth then, Ghost. He might have told you he's left his lightsaber at home, but has he sneakily slipped it into his kit bag? Where's our Dylan? He should be firing himself around this circuit. So just coming up to this first time in line, that will put him back on pole. There he goes. Driving for Infinity Decals. And here we go then, race one, just about to start. Half an hour at Alsace. And then we jump into a second race of half an hour at Tokyo Outer East. Or East Outer, depending how it's meant to be said. Who knows? Dylan mocking P1 Don on the front three spaces. TRG Obi-Wan and White Shark Jim separating those three from the next P1 driver. Mental Nev, let's see how they get on then. The one make race of Subarus just about to get underway. Wait for these lights to drop. And they're away. Good start from everyone. Dylan then holding the lead as they come up to this awkward first turn. There it is, train of drivers trying to get through these first couple of tight corners. Everyone getting through there cleanly, no one being pinballed into the wall by the looks of things. So Dylan leads us over the hill. Heading down towards this tricky right-hander. Carry a fair bit of speed through here on this layout of the circuit. Heading down towards the hairpin then. Drivers jostling for position. Don and Mocking Weeks side by side. Both pushed wide. That's going to allow TRG Obi-Wan to make a move. Don gets nudged a bit wide as he tries to get himself back out of the way of Mocking Weeks. We're going to have to go back a little bit and see what's going on. So Obi-Wan chucking that Jedi lightsaber out the window. It seems to have helped. He's up to second. White Shark Jim third. Mocking Weeks in fourth then. Under pressure from now P1 Mental Nev. V-Show in sixth. What's happened to Don? Fabuki 7th, Fat Pickles in 8th, JPH 9th, Shell Shock 10th, Potterman Pot 11th, Don all the way down in 12th. So possibly just struggling to get himself back on the circuit with this big pile of cars coming through. Luckily, he's back on circuit early on. And right in the thick of it still. 12th position for Don, NRT Bobby in 13th, Rick 33 14th, and Valtteri in 15th. Dylan then already stretched to 1.3 second lead with that little bit of bumping and a barging. Obi-Wan holding second. White Shark still third, but now Mocking Weeks pressuring him down. Head down towards this last turn. Let's get ourselves on board for a bit of onboard action. Everyone looking for a bit of a tow down here. Are we going to see Mocking Weeks sling one up the inside? No, not at this time. V-Show does though on the inside of Fabuki and Fat Pickles Bro by the looks of it. Both drivers going a bit wide. So tiny gap starting to develop. Let's have a quick... Who was right at the back there? Valtteri. Oh no. I thought I saw a car hanging off the back of this pack, but obviously not. Valtteri chasing Rick 33 at the minute then. P1 Dylan still 1.2 seconds lead over TRG Obi-Wan. Under pressure from White Shark, still under pressure from P1 Mockin, who's still under pressure from P1 Mental. Top 5 then have pulled a bit of gap from 6th place, 1.8 seconds, 1.9 seconds down to Fubuki. Getting back past V-Show. What happened to V-Show? He went for the move past Fubuki and Fat Pickles. 6th, 7th and 8th then currently. Shell Shock sitting in 9th, the American driver. Right behind him, Potter McPot being harassed by P1 Don. And NRT Bobby, JPH bolted onto the back end of these lot as well. And we've got Valtteri 14th. Got himself past Rick 33 and Rick in 15th. Don then pulls, Dylan pulls 1.5 almost from Obi-Wan. Having to go a little bit defensive, I think, Obi-Wan from White Shark. Again, heading down towards this final turn. It's a fairly long straight. You should see White Shark slowly start to close up now. Not close enough to make a move into the final turn. He thought about it, but it would have cost him and TRG Obi-Wan. Oh, a little bit off-road in there as well for White Shark Jim. Doesn't take him too far back. But top 5 have pulled a great big gap now. That's not the view I want either, PlayStation. So there's 3.2 seconds gap between 5th and 6th. Here they are up the hill. Fat Pickles past Fubuki. V-Show still in that 8th position. Fubuki looking to come back down the inside though. Oh, a tricky turn to do that through. Fat Pickles holds on to it. Fubuki looking for a way through. V-Show also hanging on to the back of these two. Down this great big long straight then, the Goodyear blimp above us. So Fat Pickles into 6th, Fubuki 7th, V-Show 8th. Shell Shock still 9th. He's now under pressure from Don Nose, closed that gap right up, so made up a couple of positions already, Don. Potter McPot still under a bit of threat from NRT Bobby and JPH. Valtteri closed that gap up as well. Bob's, you can't put memes on a race car livery, looking good tonight. Even if he does go a little bit wide. JPH in 13th, Valtteri 14th. Unfortunately, Rick 33, now 3 seconds off the pace at the minute. Bit of work to do for Rick. Here he comes then. So 6 minutes into race 1. Dylan leading. His gap been reduced though, only 0.7 of a second between himself and Obi-Wan. Coming into that final turn. White Shark Jim been dropped off the back end of Obi-Wan. That's going to give him a tiny bit of breathing room. Mocking Weeks and Mental Nev though chasing down White Shark Jim now. I'd expect to see some clean racing between these two. Oh, White Shark goes a little bit wide into the wall. Mocking Weeks is going to carry the speed, as is Mental Nev. Sorry, they both get past. White Shark Jim goes from 3rd to 5th then. A little bit of contact with the wall. Mental Nev holds that 3rd position over Mocking, so carrying a lot more speed. Oh, White Shark Jim slings one back up the inside of the hairpin. Makes it work as well. I don't think Mocking Weeks or anyone else saw that coming, but White Shark Jim back up to 4th. Mocking Weeks 5th. Fubuki back past Fat Pickles into 6th position. Fat Pickles 7th. V-Show still 8th. Shell Shock still 9th. Managed to hold that position from Don as well for the time being, but Potter McPot is closed right up on Don. Dragging Bobby and JPH. Oh, some sideways action going on from P1 Don. Looks like a little bit of glitching. Hope that's not affecting anybody else's race either. So Potter still defending from Bobby and JPH as well. Valtteri trying to hang on to these two. Rick has closed the gap up though. He's got that gap down to 1.5 seconds. Let's see what Rick's got by the end of this race. Dylan then down this back straight towards this final turn. He's managed to stretch his lead out again to 1.8 seconds over TRG Obi-Wan. White Shark back past Mental Nev for third position. He wasn't happy about smashing into the wall, obviously, but now these two P1 drivers are putting the pressure on him. He's got to hope to God he doesn't get it wrong through this turn again. This is where it was, just bumped himself out wide and into the wall. Mental Nev and Mocking Weeks then follow him up and over the hill down towards this awkward right-hander. Are we going to see one of these two sling one up the inside of the hairpin? Pulls a little bit of a gap. He's gone a tiny bit wide actually. Maybe looking for a slightly better run out. Oh, Mental Nev went a little bit wide. Mocking Weeks is going to carry a bit more speed than him. Side by side then the two P1 drivers as they head down towards this long sweeping left-hander. Mocking Weeks gets himself through. Can Mental Nev carry enough speed to slingshot one back past him? Not yet. So Mocking Weeks up to fourth then, closing back up on White Shark Jim. We're looking to get that position back ASAP. So Dylan stretched his lead to 2.3 seconds. Not a lot Obi can do about this one at the minute. Still got 1.8 seconds over White Shark. Mocking Weeks just 0.4 of a second back. We've got Mental Neb 0.3 of a second back. Fubuki 6, 3 seconds back. Fat Pickle still in 7th. V-Show. Oh, V-Show losing a position, has he? Shell Shock and V-Show side by side as they head down towards this final turn. V-Show's carrying a bit more speed through that little right-hand kink, but Shell Shock is in the perfect place for this final turn. Who's that? Maniac. Don comes firing through the pair of them. Screw you. I'm having that 8th position. Car looking very dented at the end there, but it was a great move by P1 Don to slot himself through 2 positions in 1 there. Shell Shock still all over the rear end of V-Show as they head back up the hill. What's happened to Potomac Pot then? He was all over the back end of Don. Seconds back for Potomac Pot. Still under pressure from Bobby, Valtteri and JPH. Valtteri's actually made his way past JPH up into 13th, so pushes JPH down to 14th. Side by side on the exit though, Valtteri and JPH. So looking to get past NRT Bobby here. Side by side then JPH and Valtteri. Potomac Pot and Bob side by side as well. Potomac Pot's going to hold that 11th. Side by side coming through this long sweeping right. Awkward turn. Potter then still holds 11th. Bob 12th. Valtteri back up into 13th. JPH closing up again for 14th. Bob all over the rear end of Potter. Might lose this position. Valtteri comes through. He's going to get himself up the inside here. Unless Bob can carry the speed around the outside. Tiny bit of contact. Bob does keep it on track. Unfortunately loses his position. Valtteri slings one up the inside of Potter. I don't think Potter saw that one coming either, so he's had to take avoiding action. Unfortunately, Bob and JPH come through. Potter doesn't know who to follow now. He was going to chuck himself into the slipstream of... oh my God, I've got to change camera. This is going to be insane. Bob out front. It's almost going to be 4 wide. They back off. Bob takes 11th then. Valtteri 12th. JPH 13th. Potomac Pot 14th. That lunge by Valtteri Has pushed Potter pretty much to the back of this pack. He's just managed to get himself past JPH. Rick 33, still 2.8 seconds back. A little bit of a penalty he's got to lose as well. JPH got himself back past Valtteri as well. So Potter McPotman looking for that position back off Bob. In the meantime, race leader P1 Dylan, 3.8 second lead. TRG Obi-Wan into second. Plenty of breathing room behind him now as well. 3 seconds. He had just made his way past White Shark, but that long back straight, White Shark took it back. Mocking Weeks is looking good here. Almost side by side with White Shark. Just chopped his nose off. Mental Nev still bolted onto the back end of these two as well. So Mocking actually carrying good speed. Not going to get it done through here. Needs to hang on to the back of White Shark as they come out of this next turn. Get the run down to the start-finish straight. Right, tucked under that Subaru wing then. Managed to drop Mental Nev, but all over the rear end of that third place driver at the minute is Mocking Weeks. White Shark goes pretty defensive down here. Mocking Weeks might try and sling one back up the inside. No, he backs out. Tries to take the slightly tighter line. White Shark can see what he's trying to do, but both drivers come in the pits then. Dylan stops out. Race leader. 5 seconds over Obi-Wan. Starting to struggle on his tyres a little bit then, Obi-Wan, I think. Mental Nev stops out as well. He holds on to third. Got Don, he's stopped out for 4th position. Fat Pickles has stopped out 5th. Fabuki 6th. Shell Shock 7th. White Shark back out the pits. Fresh set of softs on board. Closely chased by Mocking Weeks. Also fresh set of... Okay, so we've got softs versus super softs here. We'll see whether that Mocking Weeks can make those work in his favour against White Shark Jim. So JPH 10 not stopped, nor has Rick 33. Visho back out the pits, fresh set of racing softs on. Potter McPot also back out the pits, fresh set of racing softs. Got himself back past Bob. Super softs on board for Bob. Valtteri back out as well, fresh set of softs on board. Are we going to see P1 Dylan do a no-stopper again? 5.2 seconds over Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan got a good 4 seconds over Mental Nev. And he's got 1.1. Oh, it's only a second actually over Don now. But definitely a little bit of glitching from Don. Billy, evening brother, how are you doing? Obi getting the shouts. Here he is, 2nd position, doing all right. We're thinking, Billy, right? Because last week we kind of came to me and Ghost Rider came to the conclusion that he was carrying one of them great big heavy lightsabers around with him. Because like, obviously he's a Jedi, being Obi-Wan. So Ghost Rider's made him leave it at home today, and he's doing all right. Look, he's in 2nd. Just gonna have to deal with some Obi-Wan glory shots for a minute. I've got my hands full, people. That's enough for you. Let's have a look at Don instead. Got himself up into 3rd position at the minute, Don. Also not stopped. A few drivers have come in then. Mental Nev stopped. Dylan certainly hasn't. Is he going to run the whole race and no stop? Are we going to see the same from TRG Obi-Wan? A little bit more wear on his tyres. Minimal. But a little bit more on Obi-Wan's than there is on Dylan's. P1 Don also stopped out as well. His tyres looking a little bit better than Obi-Wan's too. See if he can make that work. Still 4.7 seconds down at the minute in third. Shell Shock fourth, again not stopped. 5 seconds down, and White Shark Jim, first of the drivers to stop, along with Mocking Weeks sitting in 5th and 6th at the minute. Can they close these gaps up? Mocking Weeks has not managed to put those super softs to advantage yet and get himself past White Shark Jim. And they will wear out a little bit quicker than White Shark's tyres as well. Yes, they're all in the same car, mate. It's the one make race. It's the Subaru. So Mental Nev also stopped, sitting in 7th, looking to get back in the fight with Mocking Weeks and White Shark Jim. Those three were pretty close for the first stint. Fat Pickles sitting in 8th then. Managed to pull a bit of a gap from V-Show and Fubuki. Those three were bumper to bumper for the first stint. Now spread out a little bit. Shell Shock comes in the pits now though. He's sticking on a fresh set of tyres. Potomac Potts. Where did Potomac Pot go? There he is, sitting in 11th. Still being chased pretty closely by NRT Bobby. So it's soft versus super soft battle here as well. Oh, Potter a little bit wide through there, but keeps it on track. Keeps himself in front of Bob as well. JPH also stopped on the super softs. Rick 33 on the softs. Valtteri also on the softs, but now 15th and 8 seconds down for Rick. What's happened, Valtteri? Dylan then starting to take the mick now. 8-second lead over Obi-Wan. P1 Don, closest rival, is dragging that time down a little bit. It's 2.9 seconds. It was 4 point something. So we'll see whether P1 Don can move himself up this podium a little bit. Got 2.8 between himself and Obi. Still a little bit of glitching from Don as well. Mocking Weeks, and he's got himself past White Shark. Sitting in 4th, a little bit of a gap between them as well, 3/4 of a second. So still within striking distance and slipstream range for White Shark as he chases back down the hill towards this final turn. So Mental Nev 1.9 seconds back. Again, he'll want to get back into this fight. Fat Pickles now pulled a great big chunk of time over V-Show, 2.5 seconds. V-Show getting himself past Fubuki as well, 1.5 seconds gap back to Fubuki. Shell Shock 2.7 back in 10th. Potomac Pot another 3.4 back in 11th. Bobby less than a second back in 12th. We've got JPH 1.4 back in 13th. Another 2.3 back for Rick 33 and Valtteri. 8.1 back for Valtteri. Not sure what's happened. Possibly spun himself off track. Not racing twice, Bobby yet. Still in the lobby. So just under 9 minutes remaining. 8-second gap. Nearly 9 seconds. Has Dylan got time to come in the pits and stick a set of tyres on? Does needs to think about it sooner rather than later while he's got this great big gap. Oh, he's run himself wide though. Oh, some glitching. No, we don't like glitching. It's the first bit of glitching I've seen from Dylan. Must be that Infinity Decals livery, because the only other driver I've seen do it is Don, and he's rocking the same livery. It's Dave Robinson's fault. But that gap is definitely coming down between TRG Obi-Wan and P1 Don. 1.3 seconds. So out of the slipstream range as they head down the hill. Can he get a better exit out of the final turn? does. Takes a 10th out of Obi-Wan as they head up towards this awkward little kink section. Both drivers carrying good speed through there. Gap still at 1.1 seconds between Obi-Wan and P1 Don at the minute. Top three have pulled 5.3 seconds from 4th place Mockin. Again, there's that glitching just kicking in. That's not what we want. Gap right down now then. Less than a second between Obi-Wan and Don. He's within slipstream striking distance. He'll close up towards this long sweeping left-hander. If he carries the speed, he should be able to make an attack on the way out. He's got that glitching going on though. Carries good speed out of there. The gap down to less than half a second. Oh, a little bit wide there for Obi-Wan again. Coming under more and more pressure. Still half a second. Don getting the shouts. It's close between Obi-Wan and Don at the minute. Nothing in it really. That's a good exit by Don. Oh, Obi-Wan's run wide. It's going to slow him down. He's going to chuck himself back in the racing line, but side by side now as they head down the hill. It looks good for P1 Don. He's got the position. Obi-Wan just backs off as they head down towards this final turn then. Has to slot himself into 3rd position. Don was looking good. He did chop an awful lot of time out of TRG Obi-Wan in those last few laps. There you go, getting the job done. Can Obi-Wan do anything about it? All that battling has allowed P1 Dylan to stretch his lead. 10.7 seconds up front now. 5 minutes remaining. Obi-Wan trying to hang on to P1 Don. Look for that 2nd position back. Mocking Weeks has pulled some time as well. 3.1. Mental Nev has got himself past White Shark Jim as well. So up into 5th for Mental Nev. Pushes White Shark Jim down to 5th. Sorry, 6th, but he's in a good position here as they run down this long straight. Into this sweeping left. Again, you can make, if you get the line right through here, you can make a good attack on the way out. Wrong choice not to pit. We'll see. See, 10.7 second lead still over P1 Don. He's pulled time over TRG Obi-Wan as well. 1.6 seconds the gap up to already. Mocking Weeks slowly closing that gap down. 1.9 seconds, dragging Mental Nev and White Shark with him. Can they get past Obi-Wan? Are we going to see a P1 1, 2, 3, 4 again? Gap down to 1.5 seconds between Obi-Wan and Mocking Weeks. So they're going to see 2 more laps. Gap still coming down between Mocking Weeks and Obi-Wan. 1.3 seconds. Right, let's have a quick run through then. Dylan in 1st, Don 2nd. Great big gap back to TRG Obi-Wan then, 1.7 seconds. Still 1.2, 1.3 between Mocking Weeks and Obi-Wan. Mental Nev is all over the back end of Mocking Weeks. Maybe looking for a move into this right-hander. Backs out. White Shark Jim is looking for a way through though. Mental Nev's left the door open. Slings one up the inside. Who's going to have the speed out of the turn? Mental Nev just. Can White Shark Jim use that slipstream? Not Not yet, he can't, but that gap is definitely coming down. Less than a second between Mocking Weeks and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's just got to be a bit careful. He's got 3 drivers closing down on him pretty damn quickly. One more lap after this to try and fend those drivers off as well. Mental Nev then 5th, White Shark in 6th, Fat Pickles 7th. Kind of out on his own a little bit at the minute. Fubuki then coming under threat from Shell Shock in 9th and Visho in 10th. JPH 11th, got himself out of this fight at the minute. Potomac Pop 12th. NRT Bobby in 13th, Rick 33 14th and Valtteri 12 seconds down in 15th. Dylan, too far up the road, mate. That's enough for you. Don, 2.7 seconds back to Obi-Wan. And here we go then. What's happened to White Shark and Mental Nev? But Mocking Weeks is going for this 3rd position here. He's got the inside line down towards the final turn. Slings one up the inside, takes that position. What's happened? Mental Nev then 5th, Fat Pickles in 6th. But 3 seconds now off the back of Obi-Wan. Possibly. And maybe a little bit of contact between them. Driver running wide, maybe. Oh no. White Shark. What's happened to White Shark? He's all the way down in 7th. So maybe contact between himself and Mental Nev. White Shark looks like he's been off track. Mental Nev, unfortunately, dropped off the back end of the Obi-Wan and Mocking Weeks fight. He has got a bit of threat from Fat Pickles behind at the minute. Only 3/4 of a second, but we've only got 25 seconds left on this race clock. So this will be final lap. Look at the gap that Mocking Weeks has pulled from Obi-Wan already. Unfortunately, Mental Nev was looking dangerous for that 4th position as well. But whatever happened between himself and White Shark Jim has cost him. He's down in 5th and way off the back end of TRG Obi-Wan, 1.7 seconds. Let's get ourselves on board with race leader then. It comes around that second to last hairpin over the brow of the hill. Just this long straight and the final turn to go. There it is, final lap being flashed on screen. P1 Dylan then taking the win in race 1 for Team Infinity Decals. Good points on the board for Infinity, coming home for 2nd place as well with Don. Mocking Weeks, another P1 driver taking 3rd position. Obi-Wan is going to come home for 4th. Mental Nev has closed that gap right up. He could have done with one more lap. Takes 5th though. Fat Pickles takes 6th. White Shark is going to take 7th. Shell Shock 8th. Fubuki 9th. Visho 10th. We're going to have JPH 99 take 11th. Potomac Pot's going to come home 12th. Oh, maybe tried a handbrake, I think, but maybe just the wrong way. NRT Bobby takes 13th. A driver is spinning backwards for 14th. That's Rick 33. And Valtteri, final driver, giving us a little bit of a show. There we go. And taking some paint off the wall. Congrats, top 3. Superb, Obi. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, he managed to fend off a few drivers there. He used the force by the looks of things. So there's race results. P1, 1, 2 and 3. P1 Dylan, P1 Don, P1 Mocking Weeks. TRG Obi-Wan taking 4th position. P1 Mental Nev taking 5th. Fat Pickles taking 6th. White Shark Jim taking 7th. Shell Shock 105 8th. Fubuki 2007 takes 9th. Visho 10 takes 10th. JPH 99 11th. Potomac Pop 12th. NRT Bobby 13th. Rick 33 in 14th. And Valtteri 15th. P1 Don has left the room. Hopefully he's gone to smash his router with a potato and stop that glitching. Chris, evening brother, how are you doing? Here we go then. Oh, it's a south outer loop, is it? Have I put it as east? Oh no, I've got away with that and just put it as Tokyo Outer. Blagged it. Why is the grid order set by host? It's another rule I've forgotten somewhere, isn't it? Hopefully, yes. Hopefully we see Don back in the room before the start of race 2. You boys done it in the dry as well. I think you have, haven't you? Yeah. So second race, you can see there's a different selection of cars being used. It is a free choice for race 2. So you'll see a varied selection of cars on track. Got some great big Citroens. Got some Bentleys. What else have we got? No, don't get the leagues mixed up. I've got some Ferraris in this one. I think we've got one Ferrari in this one. There you go then, yeah, so there was a little bit of contact between White Shark Jim and Mental Nev, just popping up in the chat. Sorry, it understeered wide and I couldn't turn. But Mental Nev, it's okay, mate. Just get ourselves in this lobby, ready for race 2 start. Why doesn't that come up as a link, people? Why doesn't that www.justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey not work as a link? It should, damn it. There's a couple of McLarens. There's that big wide Citroen of JPH's. I think we've got 2 Citroens in the lobby. McLaren for Valtteri. Got a McLaren for V-Show as well. Potter McPot in the McLaren. Markin Weeks has gone for the Honda NSX. We've got White Shark Jim in the Ferrari. TRG Obi-Wan in the McLaren. A Ferrari for Mental Nev, for Buki in a McLaren, and a McLaren for Dylan. McLaren for Shell Shock, and we've got a Bentley for Bob. Rick 33 in the... No, you're not meant to be in the Subaru, Rick. Wrong car, brother. There you go. Rick just realising his mistake. Still in the room. Oh, he's in the right car. There you go. He's in the great big Citroen as well for Rick. Evening, Chris. Obi finished 4th in the end, mate. It was a P1, 1, 2 and 3. Bobby, it looks like Bobby's racing twice. Yeah, it does look like Bobby's racing twice. Where is he? There he is. Just leaving the pit now. The great big chunky Bentley is what Bob's driving in. Covered in duck prints as well by the looks of it. If you know about the ducks, then you know about the ducks. P1 Don back in the room. That's good. So it's an odd circuit, Tokyo Outer. The pit lane is nowhere near the start-finish straight. Let's get ourselves on with Rick 33 then. We'll do a lap if he stays out, as long as we don't start the race. He's not giving it full throttle at the minute. Alright, we'll do a bob. So out of that final turn, down this start-finish straight. Across the line now, heading down towards this tricky next section. So 90-degree right into a 90-degree left into a 90-degree right, pretty much. Carry a fair bit of speed through these if you get them right. Terrible if you get them wrong. So this is where it becomes a little bit weird, because we drop down off the top section and run underneath all these roads and overpasses, and this is the pit entrance right round this corner here, just there on the left. Look, that's a pit entrance, and here is pit exit, nowhere near the start finish straight. So under that hairpin, along one of the longest straights in the game, one of, carry loads of speed through here. One corner you may have to lift off on. Let's see if they do. It's into 7th for Bob. There you go. Keeps it flat through there. Up the hill then. 90-degree right coming up. Oh, drags it down the wall, Bob. A little bit too wide through there. And then down the hill through this awkward chicane as well. Drop all the speed through there. Bob. Oh, Bob taking off almost. That's an example of how not to take that chicane. Let's see if we can get a driver who is going to take that chicane properly. Mental Nev. There you go. That's how it's meant to be done, Bob. And into this final turn and back onto that start-finish straight. There's a few drivers with the We Are Driven on, mate. I think Mental Nev, well, he had it on the roof of the Subaru in race 1. I assume he's got it on the roof of the Ferrari. You can't really see it. Yes, he has. I think Obi-Wan's got it covered on his car. Not sure if White Shark Jim has. Damn it, can't see. Came past far too quick. Mocking Weeks has probably got one somewhere. We Are Driven on just on the rear centre of his bumper on the left and right hand side. Yeah, Potter McPot's got it smashed all over the side of his car. Great big We Are Driven smashed on the bonnet as well for Potter. Oh, I don't mind this track, Billy. It's not as a horror track. This turn here, the hairpin's a little bit tricky. They'll be happy it's not in the wet tonight, that's for sure. Yeah, you see plenty of We Are Driven and digital car culture logos smashed on the cars these days. Good to see. Sim racers helping out sim racers and the general populace with the We Are Driven team. So a few McLarens in this lobby tonight. A couple of Citroens, Ferrari or two. Fat Pickles in the RCZ Lexus. Yeah, Don's in a Ferrari. Plenty of McLarens though. V-Show. Potter. What's Valtteri? I think Valtteri's in a McLaren. Yep. Rick 33 in that great big spaceship of a Citroen. And then Bob. Right, here we go. Race 2, half an hour, reverse grid. Yes, Don was smashing his router with a potato. It's a common fix over in Ireland, apparently. Here we go then. Race 2, Tokyo Outer. We've just seen an onboard lap. Let's see how they get on. That is not the best view. It is for liveries and logos and stuff, but for anything else, not great. No, you're not going to give me a different view, PlayStation? No, alright. We'll stick with this one. There we go. Not a great start from Valtteri. Rick 33 gets a great start in that Citroen. Bobby also looking for that position of Valtteri already as they head down towards this first turn. Oh, Bob into the wall, catches Potter McPot as well. Potter gets through to third though. So Rick second, Valtteri, Rick first, Valtteri second, Potter into third. V-Show also managed to get his way past Bob as well. Bob down to fifth. JPH in sixth, Fabuki seventh, Shell Shock in eighth, still vying for position. White Shark in eighth, just getting around the inside of Shell Shock there. Shell Shock comes back though. Fabuki 7th, Shell Shock in 8th, White Shark 9th, Mental Nev in 10th, Obi-Wan 11th, Don in 12th, Fat Pickles 13th, Dylan in 14th, and Mocking Weeks 15th. Mocking Weeks and Dylan side by side. Fast through there. Got to be careful not to pin each other into the wall. So Rick 33 then up to the top end of the circuit, down towards this awkward chicane. Does everyone get through there cleanly? You can see these cars chucking wheels off the ground as they come through there. Everyone through there cleanly then. So Rick up front, 0.6 of a second lead in that great big wide Citroen. Rico smashed down the front of it. Potter McPot has got himself into second place as Rick 33 piles into the wall. That's going to benefit Potter as he's going to be able to close that gap down. V-Show's got himself into third position as well, holding a little bit of a penalty. Valtteri fourth, Bobby fifth, JPH in sixth, Buki seventh. Still jostling for position as they head down towards this hairpin. He's got drivers ghosting out. JPH and Bob side by side on the exit of the hairpin. So still in the thick of it, these boys. Plenty of drivers all around. Bob, stop taking that livery off that car. Using the slipstream of Valtteri then to try and close the gap up. Valtteri also getting the slipstream off of V-Show. JPH getting the slipstream off all three of them. No driver managing to benefit so far. Oh, tiny bit of contact. Valtteri's got the fishtail on. He spins around into the wall, trying to avoid contact with Bob. And that was the result. So everyone gets moved up a position or two as Valtteri gets himself back on track. Whoa, V-Show a little bit wide through there. Bob had to correct. Nowhere for JPH to go through there though, unfortunately. Third, fourth and fifth as is. So White Shark up into sixth then. Fubuki seventh, Shell Shock in eighth, Mental Nev in ninth, Don 10th. Obi-Wan in 11th, Fat Pickles in 12th, Dylan 13th, Mocking Weeks 14th, unfortunately Valtteri 15th, 8.7 seconds down as well. A bit of work for Valtteri to do, long way though, we're only 4 minutes into this race. Rick 33 coming under increased pressure from Potter. Drivers trying to get the power on as early as possible and not spin the rear end of these cars round, but they have pulled almost 2 seconds from the third place behind. Potomac Pot will be getting all the tow he wants off that great big wide Citroen in front. There he is closing up. A little bit of bump drafting through here to try and pull them further and further away from the attacks from behind, which they have done. 2.1 seconds the gap as they run up the hill. Raul Baba, how you doing, brother? P1 boys doing all right in race one. They're getting, what did they get? What, first, second, third and fifth. So not bad at all results. Got to fight their way through the pack in race 2 though, so we'll see how they get on. Potomac Pot we're just on board with, trying to hunt down Rick 33 at the minute for first place. He was a lot closer than that, but slowed down a tiny bit through that last chicane. Allows Rick to extend his lead up to 0.8 of a second. Again, Rick clatters the wall as he comes through that turn 1. Just allows Potter to close that gap up a little bit in the McLaren. Dropping off this top section and then down the hill, down towards this tricky hairpin. V-Show from 2 seconds back is now only a second back. Possibly working with NRT Bobby to try and close that gap up on the 2 in front. So, starting to get a bit close together again at the front. Rick 33 leading, Potomac Pot second, V-Show third, Bobby fourth, JPH fifth. White Shark in sixth in the Ferrari, looking for a way past JPH. Nowhere through at the minute for White Shark. He's actually pushing JPH along, trying to get these boys closer to the drivers in front as well. So P1 Don 7th, Fubuki right on his tail for 8th. Ferrari versus McLaren here as they head down towards this chicane. Side by side, who was that, you maniacs? Bobby and V-Show. I think it was. Bobby slung himself through to 3rd position. V-Show's been dropped down to 5th. JPH getting through as well, so V-Show down to 5th, White Shark 6th, Don losing a position. He's still under threat from Fubuki. He's got the inside line into this turn though. Side by side through there, holds on to it. Fubuki 8th then. Shell Shock in 9th, under pressure from Mental Nev in the next Ferrari, driving for Team Quick Fit. Got Obi-Wan holding 11th, being hunted by P1 Don, Fat Pickles and Mocking Weeks. Valtteri, unfortunately, 21 seconds down now. The rest of the drivers are still pretty tightly packed. I've missed the move that Potter's made. He's got himself up into pole top spot. Back past Rick 33. Rick 33 might be able to use the power of that Citroen to get past Potter here. But they have pulled more time over that 3rd place driver. NRT Bobby now sitting in 3rd. But again, 1.9 seconds back, Rick 33 and Potomac Pot just stretching that gap out. Can Potomac Pot hold off the attacks of Rick 33? all over the rear end of him as they come down these long straights. Through this final turn then. Bobby closing that gap up as well, less than a second back for Bob. Still nothing in it. That's not the view, that's not the view. Let's get ourselves a bit of that view. So on with Potter McPot looking back at Rick 33. V-Show getting himself back through to third as well, so getting himself past NRT Bobby. Well, we could use NRT Bobby as not ranked third. Rick 33 taking the wide line as they come down towards this hairpin. Looking to slot one up the inside. Potter's run a little bit deep through there. Rick 33 comes through then to regain that top spot. Potter McPot has to slot himself back into second position. Unfortunately, that has cost a pair of them a little bit of time to the drivers behind. V-Show now 0.8 of a second back with NRT Bobby and White Shark Jim pretty close. These two looking to start pulling away again. Potter just giving Rick 33 a little nudge up the track. We've got V-Show and Bobby side by side as they come up the hill. V-Show's just got the inside line. White Shark Jim looking to come past Bob though. Bob's left the door open a little bit too wide. Now side by side with White Shark. Not carrying enough speed there for White Shark. Oh, Bobby gets it wrong in the chicane. Clips his back end, goes spinning round. He's going to lose all sorts of positions. Potter McPot then still trying to hang on to the back end of White Shark, of Rick 33. V-Show up into third, all over the back end of these two now. P1 Don is in an absolute punch-up. 4 drivers vying for this position. We've got P1 Don, White Shark Jim, oh, for Buki and JPH. All looking for that 4th position. Don doing a good job of holding them off at the minute. Mental Nev, Shell Shock and JPH. And Dylan all bolted onto the back end of that fight. Bobby then back on track, but under threat from Mocking Weeks for that position. Are we going to see Mocking Weeks chuck one up the inside here? No, he backs out of that one. So 11th for Bob, 12th for Mocking Weeks, 13th for Obi-Wan. Fat Pickles 14th, a little way off the pace now himself as well, 7.2 seconds. And Valtteri still 17.6 seconds down. Unfortunately, he's going to struggle to get back into this fight. With no drivers to grab a toe from. Himself and Fat Pickles Bro are going to be left high and dry, I think. V-Show then getting himself up into second. Potter McPot losing another position. V-Show using the slipstream up the long back straight then, taking that position off of Potter. And there's a big pile of 5 cars coming through, chasing them down. White Shark, Don, Fubuki, JPH. Still tightly packed then on this circuit. Into lap 7. 12 minutes gone, 18 remaining. V-Show up front, got himself past Rick 33. Potter McPot has got himself back past Rick as well. So back up into second for Potter. They can't let V-Show escape. Tyres looking very similar between the two. But nice big pile of drivers behind has closed the gap up. Oh, Rick 33 swings one across track, chucks one up the inside of Potter McPot, regains that second position. Does he? No, Potter's able to carry more speed. Unfortunately, Rick 33 slow out of that turn. White Shark Jim has slotted himself into third position. Rick 33 down to 4th then, and he's under pressure from Don. I'm having to shout at you lot because I can't hear myself. Buki bolted onto the back end as well for 6th. Unfortunately, Mental Nev, JPH and Shell Shock and the boys have been dropped from this fight. Don No slings one up the inside of Rick 33 there. Oh, into the wall for Rick. So Don up into 4th, Fabuki 5th. Mental Nev getting through as well. As did Dylan, as did JPH. Rick 33 all the way down. Oh, 13th and rolling. Not sure what's happening there with Rick 33. He's got Valtteri closing up on him. There goes Valtteri. Rick 33 still rolling. So Potomac Pop back out front. He's managed to swing himself past V-Show. McLaren versus McLaren as they head down the hill. Potomac Pot almost goes a little bit deep there again. V-Show thought about swinging one back up the inside. He wasn't able to do it. White Shark Jim still bolted onto the back end of these two as well. Don, Mental Nev and Fabuki still pretty close. Closing up on Potter then for V-Show. Is V-Show going to go for a move at the final turn? Not the final turn, at the top of the hill. He does. So he gets himself back up front. Potomac Pot slots himself straight in to avoid any position loss to White Shark Jim. Train of cars coming through there cleanly. Potter getting a good run, looking for the move up the inside of V-Show, and gets it done. Up into 1st then for Potter. V-Show 2nd. White Shark coming under threat from P1 Don. He's also got a good run out of that final turn. Slots himself into 3rd though, carrying good speed up towards V-Show. Nothing in it between the top 6, 7. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah, top 7 really. Well, they're all in a bloody line really. Absolutely nothing in it. Don is now making his move on V-Show as they head down the hill towards the hairpin. Oh, tiny bit of a bump there into Potter. V-Show as well getting clattered into by White Shark Jim, I think. Don and V-Show still side by side. No, V-Show just carries a little bit more speed. Let's try a bit of this view. Up close and personal with the front end of V-Show's McLaren. Closely chased by P1 Don and White Shark Jim. Oh, V-Show a little bit wide through there. Don thought about slotting one up the inside, but V-Show comes back across the track. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide. Maniacs. White Shark Jim slings one up the inside of P1 Don, makes that position work, gets up into 3rd. P1 Don gets pushed down to 4th. V-Show then still 2nd. Potomac Pot still holding that top spot as they come into the chicane. Tiny bit of contact between White Shark and V-Show there as well. That's just allowed Potomac Pot to break away. He's got a 2nd gap already. Big fight going off behind. Potomac Pot needs to keep this gap, leave these boys behind. They will start working together and pushing themselves towards Potomac Pot. But 1.1 second lead. Over halfway into this race. Oh, tiny bit of contact there. That's going to slow him down. Yeah, V-Show slowly dragging him back. 0.8 of a second. Has Rick gone? Has Rick left the room? Yeah, obviously wasn't happy with that nudge into the wall. That wasn't really a nudge into the wall. He just had no space. Potter then hard on the brakes into this hairpin. V-Show back under his rear wing, pretty much 3/4 of a second back. Don's back past. Oh, White Shark Jim. What have you done to yourself? All the way down in 6th position. Fabuki's got past, Dylan's got past. JPH still pretty close, as is Shell Shock, as is Mental Nev. NRT Bobby 2.2 seconds back. Mocking Weeks just 3/4 of a second back in 11th. Obi-Wan 12th. 30 seconds back to Fat Pickles. There's only 1.5 back to Valtteri now, so these two could end up having a bit of a punch-up. And Rick 33 sitting race 2 out then. Ultimate Pot still up front, but only half a second lead now from V-Show. Liveries are always good, Billy. I'm amazed how much work and how much effort people put into them. Right, as we just look behind, P1 Don slots himself past V-Show up into second. He's also under pressure from P1 Dylan. P1 boys looking a bit punchy again tonight in race 2. Dylan backs out, thought about going up the inside of V-Show though, didn't work. White Shark gets past Fubuki, back up into 5th. Still nothing in it between the top, how many is there? Top 9 really, a bit of a gap back to 10th, 11th and 12th. Mocking Weeks leading the way out of this little fight at the minute. Bobby all over the rear end of him. Obi-Wan unfortunately 2 seconds, or sorry 1.5 seconds off the back of that fight in front, and they are side by side as they go through there, but Bob actually wins out, gets the position up into 10th. Obi-Wan 12th, Fat Pickles in 13th. Valtteri, unfortunately, I think he's just got the hairpin a little bit wrong. Because he was 1.5 seconds back, he's now 3.8 seconds back. Potter McPot then, 1.2 second lead. V-Show in second. Been swapping positions with P1 Don for the last couple of laps. Don is under all sorts of pressure from Dylan. Dylan's actually pushing him down the track towards V-Show. So working together then the P1 boys. Not because they're in P1, but they just want to move up the field. So Fubuki 5th, but he's just got that turn a little bit wrong. He's clattered into the wall. He's drifted himself out wide, as has White Shark Jim and JPH on the exit of that turn. Fubuki then not carrying as much speed because of that, so White Shark Jim slots himself through to 5th, Fubuki 6th, JPH 7th, Mental Nev 8th, Shell Shock 9th, Bobby in 10th, trying to drop his penalty there, 0.4 of a second he's got to lose. Obi-Wan has got through to 11th as well, Mocking Weeks down to 12th. Mocking Weeks must have had a little bit of an incident through those left rights. Down in 12th then. Fat Pickles 13th, and Valtteri still losing time, 6.1 seconds back. Rick 33 seeing the end of this race out in the pits. Potter McPot gap reduced again down to 0.8 of a second. Don now pushing V-Show down the track towards him. Oh, Dylan gets a good exit out of that chicane. He's side by side with his team, not the teammate, but fellow sim racer P1 Don. Gets himself through up into 3rd. Now the hunt is on for V-Show in front and possibly Potter. 8 minutes remaining. V-Show is going to have to go a little bit defensive here from Dylan, and this just might benefit Potter McPot. So top 3 are McLarens at the minute, closely followed by Ferrari. Followed by another Ferrari of White Shark Jim, Fubuki in another McLaren, followed by the Citroen in 7th, Ferrari in 8th, McLaren in 9th, got McLaren in 10th, a Bugatti in 11th, Honda in 12th, Lexus in 13th, and another McLaren 14th, and a great big Citroen sitting in the pits. So Don and Dylan still battling it out for 3rd and 4th. There we go, there's a We Are Driven for you, Billy. Dylan then closing up on V-Show as they come up the hill. Absolutely nothing in it between these lot. This is the Fusion League, and it's to be expected. These are the best of the best in the sim racing world of MRC. That was a great exit there by Dylan. Oh, he's not gone for the move though. He's going to carry good speed out of here. Is he going to go for the move, or is he going to nudge? They're going for the nudge. They're trying to close up on Potter. It's working as well. They are closing up as they come into these first few turns. Properly bumper to bumper through there. Tiny little mistake from one of them. And on the way out then, a little nudge down the hill, I expect. There we go, pushing them closer and closer towards Potter McPot. Gap now. Oh, Dylan's carried far too much speed into there though. So V-Show comes through. Dylan and Don side by side. Dylan's just in front. He's carrying a little bit more speed than Don, so Don has to relinquish that position back down to 4th. White Shark Jim 5th. So top 5 pulled a tiny bit of a gap now from Fubuki and JPH. 1.5 seconds. Still nothing in it with 5 minutes remaining. Here we go, Fubuki, JPH and Mental Nev vying for 6th, 7th and 8th. Seven seconds between 1st and 10th. Wow. It's a little bit lower than that. It's 4.4 between the top 9. A little bit further back now for Mocking Weeks in 10th. 9.8 seconds down from race leader. But he's got himself past Bob. And Obi-Wan. Potter McPot then still leading this race. Half a second over V-Show and Dylan. Wow! Where are you going, V-Show? Where are you going, you sideways maniac? Getting it all wrong into turn 1 then. White Shark Jim trying to pile the pressure on Don as well here. On board with sideways V-Show then as he came around turn 1. A little bit out of control. He's kept the position. P1 Don 4th. Oh, White Shark slinging one up the inside. Not able to carry the speed though. Don holds on to 4th. White Shark 5th. Can Dylan take that position off of Potter McPot as well before the end of this race? 4 minutes remaining. 0.3 of a second between Potter and Dylan. Long straight as well for Potter to try and defend from the P1 driver. Maybe Dylan's going to help Potter out as well. Just nudge the pair of them away from the fight behind. Getting down towards this awkward chicane. Bam, off-roading, bam. Getting those wheels off the floor is not going to allow you to drive forward very much. So Potter McPot, a little bit slow out of there. Dylan just helps him around that turn a tiny bit. Unfortunately catches the wall himself. Doesn't put himself under any direct threat. Still chasing Potter McPot down. Still got V-Show, P1 Don and White Shark pretty close behind him. V-Show, this is where we saw V-Show go sideways into turn 1. Kept it clean this time. Oh, looks like White Shark Jim struggled through that first turn. He's been dropped off this pack just by a little bit. Not quite carrying as much speed. Potter McPot then still up front. Flash of the lights from Dylan trying to put him off. Side by side as they head down towards the hairpin. Both drivers braking early. Potter McPot's run very deep though. Dylan comes through side by side with V-Show as they run up the hill. Gets himself into 2nd position. V-Show 3rd, Don 4th, White Shark in 5th then. Can Potter McPot close that gap back up on Dylan? Go for the position. Here he goes. Slipstream working now. Oh, tiny bit of contact for the wall with Potter. That's going to slow him down. You can see V-Show able to carry the speed. Don now looking for a way past as well. Nearly 3 wide as they come through this Oh my God, what's some driving there. 3 wide through that turn. Tiny bit of contact for V-Show, but nothing. Oof, Don. Oh, almost into the wall in the chicane, but that has just allowed Dylan to escape now. Second lead he's got from Don. On board with Don as Potter McPotts. Carrying better speed as Don got that turn a little bit wrong. We are driven smashed on the rear spoiler of Don's car as well. Potter McPott trying to carry the speed through here. He's going to have the inside line into the next bit of the turn. Again, wow, side by side through here as well for Potter McPott and Don. Great bit of driving. That is a left, right chaos section. Potter McPott though, a little bit slow through that final turn. Again, he's having to go defensive against V-Show and White Shark Jim. Holds himself down the inside of the track here. Doesn't go deep this time. Still nothing in it between the top 7 really. So just 40 seconds remaining. Dylan up front by 2 seconds now. Don's managed to slot himself through to second. Potter McPott third. V-Show all over the back of Potter. Potter having to go defensive again. Oh, he's carrying more speed than Don, is he? No, not quite. Oh my God, it's kicking off here at the end of this race. Coming up to these final turns then, Potter's just got to be careful. He doesn't leave the door too wide open for V-Show to slot one down the inside. So this is it. Final lap as they come down towards the line. Just the final turn to go after this chicane. How close are they? Oh, Don! No! It's caused chaos. Got the chicane a little bit wrong. Picked up a penalty. Potter couldn't go anywhere. V-Show closing up. He might be able to get this done before the line. No, we've crossed the line already. Wow, I've never seen them so close. Wow, is about all I can say. Dylan taking the win then. Potter second, V-Show third, White Shark fourth, Don fifth in the end. Fubuki sixth, JPH seventh, Mental Nevin eighth, Shell Shock ninth, Mocking Weeks 10th, Obi-Wan in 11th, Bobby 12th. We just wait for Fat Pickles around that final turn. He crosses the line for 13th. Valtteri's going to come home for 14th. And Rick 33's got himself back out the pits as well. Hey, handbrake across the line for Valts. Just wait for the monstrous Citroen. Come around these last couple of turns. Some great racing in that one. Absolutely amazing. I can't believe how close they were. Oops. That's not the line, Rick. Your ghost doesn't know what to do now. Here we go. Reversing across the line. For 15th. And there we go. Rounds 5 and 6 of MRC's GTTCC. Oh, you've still got another lap to do. What's going on? Oh, you've not actually crossed the line. There we go. Thought you crossed the line a minute ago. What's been going on in this chat? Rick has gone, yeah. Come on, Jim. Some great liveries, yeah. 7 seconds between, yeah. Seen that. What tyres are they on, Smoker? It was a combination of super softs and softs. The majority of drivers are picking the soft tyre, though. Sorry, mate. I didn't see that comment till later. Yep, some great racing there, Chris. And again, Billy, superb stuff. Yes, it certainly was. P1 boys. Reading up tonight. What? P1 boys reading up tonight. What? You meant to say repping? Right. that's it from MRC's GTTCC. I myself am back on Sunday night at 8 o'clock for the Tanso boys and their Ford Focus Cup. That's sponsored by the Kyrgyzstan Motorsport boys. No, it's not. It's Creative Motorsport. That's who's sticking the name behind that one. So that's 8 o'clock Sunday, and then 9 o'clock straight after that on Sunday is the P1 boys and the We Are Driven Archie's Journey multi-league, multi-class league. So 8 and 9 o'clock on Sunday. Back on Monday at 8:30 for the Tanso boys again and their Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. 8 o'clock on Tuesday for the Clash of the Teams semi-finals. We're going to have 2 commentators, not on my stream. I'm going to be doing a stream, and then we're going to have a load of the Croatians or the Greeks or something in the lobby as well doing their own commentary. So that's Tuesday. We're back on Wednesday at 8:30 for the MRC Team Oliver Racing GR3 League. So get yourselves over to that. 9 o'clock on Thursday for Archie's Journeys Mazda Challenge League again from P1 RC. And then back same time, same place next week, 9 o'clock for the following rounds of MRC's GTTCC. That's what we've got coming up. Don't forget, peeps, I've got t-shirts and stickers available if you're interested. If you don't want to do any of that, get yourselves over to buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker and drop a little donation on there if you want. Thank you very much. Well, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed it. That was pretty damn good racing. I can't believe how close they were. I really can't. That was madness. 3 wide at some points as well. Maniacs. Yes, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Chuck a little comment in there. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.